guys, my name is Annabelle from Horizon Cosplay, and today it is the 18th of February, and on the 18th of March we have our first ever market stall to get to, which means we have to prepare for it. And the first thing that we are going to do is we have all of these patterns here, and we have another box just down there, and we've got to iron them, check that all the pieces are there, and that's going to be the first thing we have on the stall. So let's see if we can get that done this weekend, and then we can organise other things that we're going to be selling, because first stall, a little bit stressful, didn't really make a plan before I booked it, but it is going to work, I promise.
And so it was. We spent the next few days with Ben checking all the pattern pieces off and me ironing and folding them. There were a few damaged ones in the collection, but overall we had a surprising number of ones that were factory folded too, which I won't lie, saved us a hell of a lot of time, especially because overall I think there was nearly 300 patterns, and well, we got through it reasonably quick. Reasonable being the main word there. It definitely wasn't a pleasant experience though.
So a few months ago I brought these little Singer sewing machine charms because obviously we do a lot of vintage sewing machine stuff on the channel, and I thought they'd make good things for giveaways at some point, but there's loads and loads of them, and because they'd be perfect for necklaces, what has arrived today are all these necklace strings. So because I have so many, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to make necklaces out of these to put on the market stall, and then we're going to save some for a giveaway. So if you would like a Singer sewing machine necklace, please do leave a comment down below with your Instagram handle, and I'm going to send one to someone because, well, as a celebration for our first market stall. I mean, just look how absolutely cute they are. So yeah, comment down below with your Instagram handle and someone will get lucky.
Getting all the necklaces put together did take a little while, but it was quite relaxing to just snuggle up in front of the TV and watch the world go by, or you know, a movie in my case. Plus they turned out super pretty, so of course I kept a couple for myself, as well as designating some for the market stall and a bag full for future giveaways. And if you want to be a part of those future giveaways, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We normally do sewing, cosplay and vintage sewing machine content, but today I just kind of felt like doing something a little bit different.
Okay, so today while I was at work, this package arrived and I am very excited about it. So I ordered this a little while ago, and essentially it's supposed to be the sign for the market. Ow, bent my nail. It's supposed to be the sign for the market stall. And the delivery driver, oh my gosh, he could not find my house. Oh my gosh, how hard do these boxes need to be to open? Ooh. Oh my gosh! All right, this is it guys, let's see how it looks. Now, I did decide to order fabric sign rather than one of those plastic ones, simply because I kind of wanted it to be able to go through the wash, and I think I made the right choice. Ah! It's perfect! I was really worried it was going to be a bit too small, but actually that is perfect because we didn't want it too big, because if it had been too big then it would have taken up too much room on the stool. This is perfect, 110% exactly what I wanted. It cost me about £25, I think. So it wasn't cheap, but it also wasn't horrendously expensive. And yeah, no, I think this is exactly what I wanted, and I can't wait to see how it looks on everything else. I actually kind of want to hang it just on the wall for when I'm filming, because hello, I have a flag now and it's amazing. See, the only thing I'm thinking is if I ever do like change the logo or the name or anything, I am totally going to be putting this in a patchwork quilt just for memories. I'm happy with it. What do you guys think? Ben, what do you think of the sign?
It's nice.
Okay, so at this point we have about a just under 2 weeks to go until the market, and I'm stressing because I've prepped things, but I haven't prepped as much as I was hoping to at this point. But today we had a special thing arrive, which is the card reader. So wanna unbox it with me? Let's have a look. I've never had a card reader before. Now, I actually worked on a market stall over Christmas selling moonshineable things, and even though it didn't have the best percentage rate, I essentially decided that I was going to order the same card reader because I know the system, I know how it works, and it does just hook up to my phone. So I have got, ooh, a Zettel Reader 2. Also, I love the name Zettel. It flows, it really does. So let's see if we can, oh, might need some scissors here. We have a sharp pointy nail to open the plastic with, so yeah, there we go. I also like the box, like it's a nice sturdy box. It really annoys me when things come in like boxes that you can't actually keep them in, whereas this is obviously something I'm going to be bringing out for market stall, so I want to keep it nice. Look at that, I have a card reader, guys. I own a card reader. I feel like a proper businesswoman now, and I like it. It's a little bit dirty. Oh no, it's just because it has like a plastic. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to ignore that. Charges by USB. We do have a cable but no plug, which is fine. I own several plugs. This should be good. This should work really quite nicely. We've got 2 weeks, guys. We've got 2 weeks, and I do not feel prepared for this at all. Like, honestly, I am getting really, really nervous. We've barely done the patterns, let alone the fabric and the costumes that I want to sell. I've sorted out a bunch of vintage earrings, and we've got the necklaces, and I don't know, like I feel like I have the stuff to sell, but I've got to be honest, we don't even have enough room in the house to even set up a trial store, so it's going to be very hit and miss. And also the market, and this isn't really saying against the market, but they don't seem to be giving us loads of information. Like, I haven't heard anything about when I can arrive to set up or anything, and it's just, it's making me tense, okay? It's making me very, very tense, but it will be fine. You know what, I just need to stop rambling. We need to get on with some stuff, because otherwise we're not gonna have a lot of time. We also need to read the instructions. Might be a good first place to go. Okay, so today is the 17th of December, which means tomorrow is 2 things. The first is the market and the second is my birthday, yay! So, because we have the market, we have a few things that we need to do today. Ben has just popped into town because I need to drop my bike off because it's getting repaired, so he's doing that this morning. I am currently have the ironing board set up and I'm finishing up all the patterns. This crate is still to go. There's not too many there. Some of them are factory folded, so I'm fairly confident we're going to get this done. This pile is stuff that's missing pieces, so they're just going to be sold for like 50p because we can't really sell something that's incomplete. These ones are done. I've also got another full crate of done patterns, and then all of this is to sell. So all the costumes are currently in boxes. What we're doing is we're taking them out of the boxes and we're putting them just in bin bags, because otherwise we're not going to fit it all in the car. We do have some bags and stuff that contain hats. There is some fabric that needs measuring out and all this and all that. And then on top here we've got my friend's borrowing a waistcoat of mine. I just need to sew a new button onto it because he has like nothing historical to wear, and he's helping with the market stall. And then over here is the Briar Rose skirt, which I started last week and I've had to put on hold because we're sorting all the stuff for the market. Oh my gosh, I am a little bit stressed, just a little bit. I kind of wish that I had prepped more, so definitely a lesson for next time. And the other thing is that, as great as this market is, the fact is I'm just getting rid of stuff I don't want, which makes it feel kind of to me like a bit of a fancy car boot sale. So next time I am definitely going to be taking some proper products. And, well, along with the products, I am going to experiment a little bit before then, but the next market isn't till November. Whether or not I do some like actual like Comic-Con kind of things before then, we'll see. But for now, let's just hit the patterns and try and smash those out while I've got the house to myself, and then when Ben gets back, we'll see what we can do.
And of course, as soon as Ben arrived back with his friends, I put all of them to work.
Hey Curtis, explain what you're doing.
I'm packing up all the loose bits of fake fur to be sold at the market. So I'm literally measuring them, putting them in the little plastic bags, putting a label on for them to be labelled later. Something down all the measurements.
Annabelle, quickly, what you doing?
I am still packaging patterns. We only have those ones left, so hopefully we'll get it done today, but that is still
By the way,
quite
guys, incredibly dodgy Mickey Mouse.
yeah, maybe won't sell that one, not going to lie. And then Ben, explain what you've been doing.
I've been packaging all of the excess fabric in appliques and making sure they're all labelled and ready for the stall.
And
Harry,
packaging-
rattle off, what you doing?
Sweatshop work.
Bruh, come on, what you doing?
I don't know what these are, but I'm packing them up.
Oh, excellent. Fantastic. So we are making sure they're all ready for the thing tomorrow.
Yes.
Excellent.
Okay, so as a lot of you guys know, I have a bit of a hobby of repairing old vintage sewing machines, and essentially I just have too many to repair at the moment. I have some big projects going on, so I've decided to part ways with a few of my machines that are smaller projects I'm not really that interested in anymore. So we've got one machine from 1918, one from 1922. I've got 2 more upstairs, my 2 Lotus Singer sewing machines. They're going to be going this weekend as well. I've got an 80s Elna, I think it is, and I've got 1 more Singer, which I may or may not part with, depending on if I have time to clean it up or not. But I'm just giving them all a quick wipe down, quick oil. 2 of these machines aren't working, the rest are, so I'm just going to sell the non-working ones for scrap value, and then the working ones for a little bit more than what I originally paid for them, because as much as they work, I also want them to go to homes where they're actually going to get used. So, yeah. Nearly there, guys. Running out of time, really, but we're nearly there.
And after a good night's rest, we were on our way the next morning, bright and early at 5 a.m, because I wasn't sure how long the market stall would take to set up. And oh my gosh, guys, the weather was genuinely awful.
Okay, so we've set up the market stall. So as a quick tour, guys, we have the costumes on here, including these weird leather pinky hats. We've then got hats and everything, fabric, patterns, ribbon, more patterns, sewing machines. I'm actually getting rid of some for once, which is, incredible, I know. And then just random little accessories. And as far as I'm aware, that's everything done. We're all ready to open, so fingers crossed this is going to go well.
Now, like I'd said, we'd actually had no dry run of setting up this market stall beforehand because we just didn't have the room at home, so the entire setup was, quite frankly, winging it. Luckily, I had a hanging rail, which I got in that giant cosplay haul, which I got, nearly 2 years ago now, and that definitely came in handy. Obviously, we've got the Horizon cosplay sign, which I got printed. Sewing machines, unfortunately, had to sit on the floor, which I would have liked to have them in a better position, but we make the best of what we can do. I also had all these vintage earrings available, which quite frankly I really love, and though I did keep several pairs for myself, the fact is that I brought them in like a giant wholesale bag just to get a few pairs, and the rest of them I quite frankly just don't need. The patterns did look really good, but one thing that I didn't like about the market stall was the fact that people would have to walk into essentially a little three-sided square to view a lot of the products. However, you make the best of what you can get, and quite frankly I think the setup actually looked really nice, especially because, as I said, none of this was pre-planned. Now, this first day of the market was a Friday and thus a weekday, meaning that it was not only the shortest day at the market, but also the one estimated to be the quietest. However, even before we officially opened, all of the market holders were wandering around looking at other people's products, and we also quickly made friends with the people either side of us, who were an absolute pleasure to be neighbours with the entire time. And as there was 5 of us there that day, we managed to take turns minding the stall while everyone else got to have a good wander around and see what else was available. As, hate to say it, we were all into historical costuming, and we wanted to do a bit of shopping as well as selling while we were there.
So, first day of the market is finished, and I can tell you guys that we made exactly £13. So one sale, we made one sale, but talking to other people, it seems that no one else was selling loads and loads of stuff, so I'm a bit disappointed. I'm not too worried, and wandering around, the one thing that I did get was 4 bags of these mixed buttons, which I'm very happy about, to be fair. I really love, they're all metal buttons, and I really love using metal buttons on everything I make. So the fact that I've got 4 random mixed bags of several different things makes me incredibly happy. So we're going to go home, and because today is my birthday, we're going to get pizza on the way home, and then we are going to sort out the last few patterns because I didn't quite manage to get them all done yesterday, so that I can stock the stall up with them tomorrow, and hopefully we sell a bit more. At the very least, I would ideally like to get my money back. Honestly, if all the sewing machines sold, I would be happy because they're the things that are a real pain to store when at home. But we'll take what we can get, and if nothing else, it's been a learning curve of what people do and don't want. And also tomorrow, I am going to try and show you guys around some other stalls and show you what other awesome things people are selling at the market, because you know what, there's a few of us running the stall and we probably don't need everyone on there at once, so I may as well.
I got a sheepskin and some wool. It made me very happy.
Emma also spent the day knitting crocheting arm warmers, which are the cutest things ever. And she literally went out, brought the wool from another stall, and then just spent the day sat at our stall crocheting them, and they look utterly fantastic. So yes, alright. Otherwise guys, I will see you tomorrow, and have a good night.
The next morning, things started off a bit quiet. However, a lot of other people told me not to worry about this too much, as there was another historical market going on the same weekend, and a lot of people tended to go there first, as that place, called Torm, is notorious for their very long queues to get in. So a lot of people hit that place first before coming over to us, which is the Artisans Market, if I haven't actually mentioned that already, which I don't think I have. Thankfully, Ben took the time today to have a nice wander around all the stalls and filmed this little time-lapse for us so that you guys can see just what it was like. Some of these stalls were absolutely incredible, and to be quite frank, I wish I'd had a bit more money to play around and buy a few other things, because well, there's a lot of things here that would happily go on my wish list. Emma was also absolutely ecstatic to find this red dress on display. This red dress was actually made by American Duchess for, I can't remember what, but here's the card with all the information, and Emma was wearing her dress which she had made based off that production. So she got a couple nice photos standing with it, and the lady running the stall is one of the people that helped American Duchess make it, and we had some very long and lovely conversations with her. Unfortunately though, I can't remember her name, but if you're watching this, thank you very much. You definitely made Emma's day, and to be fair, mine as well.
Okay guys, so end of day 2 and we made one sale, which wasn't even mine. We sold Emma's sewing machine, which yay, it has a new home, and to be fair, the girl seemed very nice and rather happy about it.
Very
wouldn't you say?
excited. Yeah, she was very excited. Kept saying how much use it was going to get and that she really wanted it. So I'm really glad it's gone somewhere that will look after it, because it's a nice machine.
It is. So overall, I think the lesson to learn here is the fact that clearly I'm doing something wrong, which is good. It's a good lesson to learn. I wish it didn't cost me 3 days of my life and X amount of money, but we take what we can get. And at the end of the day, it's been really fun doing a few days at the market. We've got one more left, so I suppose we're just going to have to go with it and see what happens tomorrow. And if nothing else, I brought a lot of buttons yesterday, which I'm still very happy about. So yeah, right.
And I bought fabric, which made me very happy because it's going to go with my redecorating new room.
So yes, alright, here's to the end of the day, and on to tomorrow.
The next day, me and Emma decided to leave the market stall in control of the boys and head off to Torm for a little bit of fun and a look around. Emma was looking for a few things for some historical projects that we hadn't been able to find at the artisans, and quite frankly, Torm is normally a little bit more expensive but also has a greater selection of various fabrics and trims, so we figured we'd take our chances. There were so many nice things, from notebooks to knives to swords. The entire market was massive, and to be honest, though we got there first thing, it actually got very, very busy very, very quickly. They even had some handmade musical instruments, which I was utterly impressed with, though I wasn't brave enough to try playing any of them. They also had some beautiful handmade outfits that were absolutely stunning. I was also searching for a buckle for my Loki cloak, which I did end up finding, and I was very chuffed about that. Not to mention, I saw the most amazing historic pistols, which I kind of regret not buying, if I'm being honest.
Okay, so we've had our morning wandering around Torm, which was very fun. We now have lunch, which is chips, which I'm currently eating in the car while we head to the Artisans Market, which is about a 10-minute drive away, and we're going to relieve the boys from the stall so that Ben can go and, I don't know, do some stuff, I suppose. And yeah, that's it, last day, so hopefully we make a few more sales. We have put signs up on everything for 50% off, just because I want to get rid of a lot of this stuff. But I think the lesson that I've definitely learned is I need to be more specific with what I'm selling, and yeah, maybe have some more unique things, because I suppose nothing on the stall is particularly eye-catching. But let's get to the market and see how we go. Okay, Ben, how many sales have you made today?
4.
You happy?
Wow, happier than yesterday and the day before.
That's always good. Have you managed to buy anything at the market?
I bought myself a new kitchen knife.
Oh, very nice.
Anything. So yeah, no, that's the only thing I've bought.
Thankfully, the market seems to be a lot busier today compared to the last two, and I think those 50% off signs did help because we did make quite a few sales, which I am not going to lie, I was very relieved about. The other thing is that Ben, while browsing the shops, also found this metal cowboy hat, which, to be fair, he nearly brought, and I'm not quite sure what we would have used it for, but it was pretty damn cool. Our neighbour to the stall also had a hand-turned music box, which I've got to be honest, I was absolutely obsessed with the whole time I was there. I mean, just listen to it. Isn't this amazing? And I managed to sell all my silly feather hats to this lovely group of people here who even were nice enough to pose for some quite entertaining photos. Another stall had a concept that I utterly loved, in which you could trade in your costumes for things that other people had made, and as it happened they had several nurses' cloaks, so of course me and Emma took a few of our things from my stall that I hadn't yet sold, went and traded them for a pair of nurses' cloaks, and these ones were actually used by the Red Cross, we think during World War II, but we need to do a bit of research before we can definitively say that. However, they also had this beautiful maroon nurses' cloak from a private hospital of around the same era, and I couldn't stop thinking about it, so I took a few more things and went and got that one as well, because one can never have enough cloaks. And with that, sadly the market was over, and it was time to pack up all the stuff that we didn't sell, which, to be honest, was most of the stall. Meanwhile, everyone else packed their own things away as well, and it was a bit sad to see the hall that had been bustling all weekend suddenly really quite empty.
And that is it. The market is over, and today was definitely our most successful day. How many sales did we get, Ben?
We got 12 today, which was good.
12 sales, and we have recuperated our cost for the market stall. Haven't covered the fuel, obviously haven't covered our time. But the point is, we now have a pitch fee, so that next time when these markets come up, we can actually pay for it with the stuff that I've already invested technically. And we did a little bit of shopping. We also won the raffle for stall holders. Well, we won one of the prizes, and we got this really cute little dragon incense burner, which is adorable. So I'm very happy about that.
Picture up here.
Yes, picture definitely up here. So the only thing left now is to go home, unload everything, put it into storage. We got rid of a lot. Like, we did well. I did swap a few costumes for cloaks, which no regrets because those were amazing. But the point is, we have less stuff we're going home with than what we went with, which was the aim of the game. And we even sold a sewing machine. Yay! So my collection is thinned by 1.
Not enough.
Yeah, I agree, not enough.
It's not thinned by enough.
I mean, look, I put 4 up for sale, 5 technically. It's not my fault they didn't sell.
It's definitely your fault. The energy that you had around it, you didn't want to get rid of them.
I want to get rid of them.
Groping
I was
onto
not
them.
groping onto them. Alright, so with that, guys, I will wish you a very beautiful day. If you enjoyed this video, do please remember to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our future videos. Vintage sewing machine, cosplay, and other sewing and history bounding content are coming up next Wednesday. And if you like this video, drop us a like, leave us a comment if you want to tell me all the things I did wrong in my stall, because honestly, some feedback would actually be really nice, because next time I hope I do a little bit better than just covering my costs. It would be nice to actually make a bit of money on the weekend. I'm not going to lie. But until next Wednesday, guys, have a beautiful day. Bye!